Hello and welcome to the Autocar show from the beautiful countryside of Verona. As you can see from this lineup, we're here to drive some Volvo cars. Now, when we think of Volvo, we always think of functionality, we think of practicality. Well, this car, the S60, which is due to come to India early next year, claims it's different. It claims you'll want to buy it because it's fun to drive as well. This is a car you'll want to go out and own. Well, we're going to test drive it on the beautiful roads of Verona and see if in fact that claim is true. Volvo is desperately trying to break away from the boring image they've had for so long, and this is apparent from the design cues on the S60. It's a striking looking car. It has a coupe-like profile with a seat pillar that extends all the way down to the tail lamp. The pronounced shoulder line with the double wave that we've already seen on the XC60 is also there. The strong snout with the distinctive Volvo grille and the marker lights actually make a stunning front. The large bumper size gives it a tough-looking stance. Yep, it's now difficult to pinpoint that this is actually a Volvo under the skin. Unfortunately, the interior isn't as exciting as the exterior. It's a little understated when put into perspective with the competition. Still, on its own, this Volvo is definitely different from its predecessors, which were even plainer. Everything is neatly laid out and the familiar floating console is there with the controls sitting atop it. The two-tone seats with the double stitch are really nice. The point is that Volvo has ensured that whatever is inside is good quality. Of course, under all the superficial layers, this is a Volvo at heart with a host of safety features. Now, the city safety system is a first for India and will come standard for all S60s. Now, slide and brake. Okay? This system uses a radar and camera to detect a pedestrian who may wander into the path of the Volvo. Any pedestrian taller than 80 centimeters will be recognized, and the system will first warn you with a tone to make you aware, and if you don't react, it will brake for you. This system will avert an accident under 30 kilometers an hour and minimize the damage at any speed over this. In India, the S60 will come with two engines, a 2.4-litre diesel already seen in the XC60 and the T6, which is a petrol motor with class-leading performance. This is a 3-litre turbocharged inline-6 engine with 304 bhp and a massive 44.8 kgm of torque. This is the one we tried, of course. Someone say Volvos are boring? This engine has a very nice character to it, lots of torque, strong mid-range. Put your foot down on the accelerator and it leads to respond to you. It's not as refined as the newer direct injection engines, but really not much to complain about. It's smooth enough. Well, this engine is definitely going to give the competition a run for their money. 6.5 seconds 0 to 100 is a figure to really match up to. The only letdown is the gearbox. It doesn't keep up with the enthusiasm of the engine, although it is much better in sports mode. The D5, well, we've already driven it in the XC60, it's a strong punchy engine, so as far as power goes, the S60 is definitely on a winning wicket. Now, around the twisty roads of Verona, we also got a chance to see if the S60's handling could match its punch. The nicest change on this Volvo, actually the most refreshing one really, is the way that it handles. It's much sharper than before. Steering's got far more feedback. You can turn it into corners, throw it in and feel quite confident. It's not as soft as it was before. Of course, it's still a front-wheel drive, not quite BMW-like in its balance, but still much, much better and much more fun to drive. It really doesn't have the balance that the 3 Series has, or the body control, and with its heavy nose, it tends to understeer a bit. But I can still say it's quite an enjoyable drive. The softer edge to the handling is because Volvo is probably more tuned for backseat comfort, which in India is actually a good thing.
There is a bit of bad roads here in Verona, but nothing quite to compare with the roads that we see back home. So what I can tell about the ride quality is that it has a nice soft edge to it, so it doesn't let the road filter through to you. You don't really feel the bumps and potholes and undulations, and yet it's quite firm and planted. It doesn't toss you around at all.
Well, there's no flashiness about the S60, but there's a certain honesty to this car. The feeling I get is that while it may not reach out and grab your attention, it will definitely be a pleasure to own. It's solidly built, and with Volvo's 2-year no-expense warranty, this is one car that will not bite your wallet. The impressive part is that Volvo will replace anything for 2 years right down to wiper blades. This means that the car will cost you nothing as far as service and spares go for 2 years. The only thing they don't cover is tires, of course. Now here's the interesting part. You can expect the T6 to be around 26 to 28 lakh and the diesel 33 to 35. That is astonishing value.
Well, after having driven this car, we definitely think it's a car that you'll buy more with your heart than with your head. Of course, it does come with all the sensible, practical and safety features that Volvo always comes with, but be it the exterior looks, be it the interiors, or be it just the drivability of this car, it's far more fun. It's got a far more sporty attitude, it's younger, and makes you want to go out and buy it. Now, it's slated to come to India in March next year with a 3-liter petrol and a 2.4-liter diesel engine, and the good news is that it is expected to be priced lower than its competitors, the C-Class and the BMW 3 Series. It may not have the prestige of their badges or the finesse of their engineering, but what this car has is honest pricing, easy cost of ownership. Will it be the game changer for Volvo? Well, we definitely think it will.